Hey, Kyler, what was it like being in the stadium there? Kind of an empty stadium. That's something you're going to have to get used to, I guess, for most of this season.
Yeah, it was. I mean, we've done some walkthroughs out there. I think it's going to be a really good experience on Friday to do the scrimmage in the stadium and to just kind of get the feel for that. But yeah, it's exciting. It's exciting to get back into the stadium and looking forward to getting the first game going.
When you're playing in an empty stadium as a defender, can you hear the calls and the plays and things like that from the offense? And do you envision that once the regular season comes and you're playing in these empty stadiums, that could be an advantage?
Yeah, I mean, I think it'll go both ways because sometimes the defenses give calls that may tip things off as well. But yeah, I think that's definitely something that we're going to have to adjust to. The whole league is going to have to adjust to, as far as maybe doing more hand signals or just doing whatever you can in the huddle beforehand to kind of communicate it so that you don't give anything away.
I know you were with Patrick Graham in Green Bay. Was he actually your position coach, or was he more with the inside guys there?
No, yeah, he was the inside position coach.
Okay, so I mean, with what you're doing here, is there much carryover from what you did there, or is it kind of different?
Yeah, no, it's similar in a lot of ways, especially, I mean, they're both 3-4 schemes. But I think kind of similar to the Patriots scheme, which is a little bit of what Pat has done before. There's definitely on third downs and in those rush situations, there's a little bit more creativity, I would say, with Pat's defense.
And then you're obviously coming in here with Blake. Have you seen him kind of already step into a little bit of a leadership role with this defense?
Yeah, definitely. And especially because, the whole team really, but definitely the defense is very, very young. He's done a great job of kind of stepping up and filling that role. And that's kind of the role of the Mike linebacker anyways. So, yeah, he's done well with that.
Thanks, Kyler.
Yeah.
Zach?
Hey, Kyler, this is a pass rush group with a lot of young guys. I mean, what have you seen out of guys like O'Shane and Lorenzo Carter and Carter Coughlin? Like, what have you seen out of those guys since you got here?
A lot of talent, honestly. A lot of raw ability, and I think we've been working. It's been we've been getting a lot better. The one-on-ones and everything. That work has been great, and yeah, I mean, even we were watching just some clips from last year with pressures and stuff, and as a rookie, X was. I mean, he produced. I think he had 4.5 sacks, which is awesome for a rookie. And the same kind of thing with Zoe. He's going into his third year, and I think it's a fun room. It's a fun group to be a part of. The mixture of us as outside linebackers, as well as all the talent at the interior D line. I think third down is going to be a fun down.
And because you guys don't have a preseason, you're really not going to be able to sack a quarterback until the regular season. How much are you itching to have that chance to tackle a quarterback to the ground?
It's always annoying in practice and stuff. You're not able to totally finish your rushes, and the offense always plays that game of would you have been there or whatever. But no, yeah, we're excited. We're excited to be able to actually play. As much as we've been getting a lot better going against each other, and it is weird to not have preseason games. It's weird to not be able to get that really full speed feel before we're going to be playing for the games that count. But I think again, this scrimmage is going to be a huge thing. It's going to be as live as we're going to get before Pittsburgh. So yeah, I mean we're itching to get after the quarterback for sure.
Hey, Kyler, to kind of piggyback on that last question, in the scrimmage last Friday, it really didn't look like there was a whole lot of pass rush, but is it really hard to judge, what the pass rush really is when you have to pull up?
Yeah, I mean, I think sometimes it's clear that, you would have been there, but definitely, especially when you're kind of bending that edge, and you're not trying you're trying to stay, outside of 3 yards of the quarterback. You're not able to finish that rush. And so, yeah, I mean, it's hard. It's obviously it's what you have to do. We're not complaining. We want to keep the quarterback safe for sure. But yeah, I mean, we do other drills, to try and simulate it, strip sacks and stuff like that, reaching the arm out and all those things to try and simulate that as well.
It sounds like timing of the pass rush is going to be kind of a rough in the beginning there. So with that said, I mean, how have you been kind of planning that timing so that you're not having those false starts or neutral zone infections?
Yeah, I'm sorry, I don't really know what you mean by timing.
Timing, in other words, sometimes it looks like some of the pass rushes are based on, you guys are timing them, timing them off the snap, and you're going full speed. So you can't go full speed, because if you do, you run the risk of colliding into the quarterback. So I'm just kind of wondering how you've been adjusting to that so that you're not getting into those penalty situations.
Yeah, I think especially when we run games, it's definitely timing and steps and a lot of eye control and being able to get to the back of the tackle if you're running a pit game or whatever it might be. But we've been able to, I think that's where it's hardest, is when we're kind of running those games to where we really need to finish hard, and we're not able, we kind of have to pull off because we don't want to run straight through the pocket, and there's not a lot of room to move when we run those kind of games. But again, I think we're able to do that. We're able to go full go in one-on-ones, which is good, and we do 2-on-2s as well. So we're able to work the games where there's not an actual quarterback. We just have another offensive lineman back there as a reference point. So I think the one-on-ones is really, I guess, the only place where we can really finish the rushes the way we want to.